welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. I just want to say a big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here and for returning and for supporting me. Thank you for your friendship, for your interaction on Instagram, everything. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much for being here with me. And if you have found yourself here for the very first time, we just want to welcome you to this space. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so please grab yourself some snacks and a cup of tea, and we'll have a little bit of a chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. So today's pick a card reading, we are going to do a check-in with your person's feelings. How are they feeling for you right this moment? What are their thoughts? What are their feelings for you? We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with the Everyday Witch Tarot and this piece of hematite. Hematite, I think that's how you say it. Pile number 2 with the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot and this piece of malachite. And pile number 3 with the Alice in Wonderland, I believe it's like Wonderland in Tarot, I think it's called, and the piece of, I don't know why I never can, Carnelian Palm. I can never remember that on the first try. So whichever pile or pile are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting for spirit from you today. My timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, we're doing a check-in with your person. What are their current thoughts of you right this moment, and what are they currently thinking? Pile number 1. Hello everybody. In pile number 1, you were drawn to the Everyday Witch Tarot or to this beautiful piece of hematite here. I got this at a flea market on the weekend, this little shop that sells gems and crystals. Oops, sorry for the wobble. So your person's current thoughts and feelings of you, a check-in with your person. What are their current thoughts of you? So we're starting with the 3 of Pentacles with your tarot. How are they currently feeling right this moment? We have the Knight of Wands. So this person on your mind right now, pile 1, is sort of chomping at the bit when it comes to attraction towards you. And it feels like they wish that they could go charging in and throw caution to the wind, kind of negating any other responsibility, any other situation that they may be experiencing right now. It's like, I don't care. It's like, I want to give in to all of this desire. I just want to feed my curiosity and I want to come charging towards you. It does feel like you could be in no contact from this person because they're wishing to reunite in some way. And they feel like there's unfinished business that never quite, here's the Ace of Swords, that never quite got explored enough when it comes to you. We even have 9 of Cups on the back of the deck. So this is something they've been focused on. This is, I know that this is a check-in, but this is something that they've been actively thinking about. I don't think that these thoughts are new for your person, pile 1, because they seem to have gained a lot of clarity about their position, about their feelings for you amidst this process. The current thoughts and feelings. We have the Fool. Back of the deck is that still that 9 of Cups, and there's almost like this sense of like acknowledging with their thoughts that if they were ever given the opportunity, if you ever came around, if this, you know, what they're really focused on is this reunion, if that ever happened, that they would speak their truth. It's like they would not waste this opportunity. It's like arms up in the air, I'm going to throw myself here to take advantage. Even this bird looks like it's like in a downward flight pattern, ready to pounce on whatever it has its focus on. It's like, if you ever come around again, I'm not going to waste this opportunity. 10 of Cups. Now the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups together for me can indicate that there is a foundation in place for either you or your person currently. And that could be the reason why they are, you know, professing this desire to come charging in towards you with nary a thought of what the consequences will be and feeding that curiosity. But I feel like there's a lot at stake for someone watching. Like there's a lot on the chopping board if they were to follow that, the desires of their heart. But it's also, I feel like they can feel time slipping by. That's the other thing. It's like they can feel the winds of change. They can feel the seasons turning, and they feel time slipping by. And it's going so fast. I feel like they think it's going by really fast too, and they don't want to miss out on the opportunity altogether. We have the Eight of Cups. There's a real sort of recognition of what was left behind and how it's not quite over either. It's like, it feels like it's not quite over. Even this cup, it's like steaming a little bit still. It's like it's not quite over for me. But there's also an indicator here that they dream about detaching themselves from a situation to walk towards you. And I feel like there's a commonality there. I feel like you are in a position, it could be that you are in the position that you need to remove yourself from in order to go towards them. It's like they feel like you or they need to step away from the position that you hold. And someone watching may have children as well. Just look at this little kitty cat with all the kittens at her feet. She's in charge of a lot. Your current thoughts and feelings of you. It's like they spent a lot of time trying to figure out the meaning behind this connection too. It's like, why did I experience this with this person, only to be left waiting? And here's the Seven of Pentacles. But they seem to have gained some clarity over this. It's like they've been able to ascend in their knowledge of the situation in some way, which has brought them to new epiphanies about their inaction in the past, perhaps waiting too long to act upon this connection, because this particular Seven of Pentacles, she looks very confident in the wait. It's like she's lovingly tending the garden. She's not concerned about it. It doesn't feel like it's an impatience here. We have the Eight of Swords on the back of the deck with the Knight of Pentacles. There's almost an acknowledgement of where we are sitting in life right now and our ability or inability to move out of that position. And there's an acknowledgement that there is a patience required, and I've accepted it. It feels like an acceptance. I don't feel like I'm fighting it. This Eight of Swords, she's on a kneeling position. Her arms are out. It's like she's surrendered to the situation for now. It feels like it's for now. It doesn't feel like forever. Because even the kitty cat down here is about to push that sword over. Confidence will come again, but there's this acknowledgement from this person that they have to wait for you for some reason, or they have to wait because of something they're a party to, but it almost feels attached to you in some way. Because that's what we often do, is that we deflect from our own situation, even if we are in similar situations sometimes, and we push it at other people. You know, if we'll push our projection onto other people. So there's an acknowledgement that there's going to take some time, but they're still very focused on it. He's holding that focus in front of him. And it's kind of like, I'm reminded of like when swimming lessons, when you're a kid and you're trying to pretend that you're swimming and you're going a few feet, but then you're always putting your foot down to launch yourself off the bottom. You know, that's what it feels like. It's like, I'm going to get there. It's just going to take me some time. It's going to take me some practical turns. But it's like a rebirth is assured. It's like that's what they expect, that a rebirth is assured. And if this Death card representing new beginnings and new doorways opening, it can indicate that one door has to close and not for another one to open. But it also indicates that they're ready for that opportunity. Here's the Knight of Swords to charge through the doorway. It's like, I'm ready with the truth. I'm ready with my realizations. I can't say them to you right this moment. I've surrendered to that reality, but I'm prepared for when I get that chance. Current thoughts and feelings of you right now, please. We have the mysticism. There's something about you that's very alluring, and it's very curious, and they want to feed that curiosity. There's many layers to you, and there's that doorway imagery about new doorways, and she hasn't come to that point yet, but that doorway's in view for a reason, because there's an expectation of that doorway holding something new. And there's almost like a feeling in this card of like, we know she's going to turn into it. We know that that doorway is going to be opened eventually. And we have the Passion. It's in the reverse. The Passion card is talking about following our passion. So before the time wanes and we run out of time. And again, I kept focused on these changing leaves of the Page of Wands, like recognizing that, you know, time waits for no one and it's slipping by. And it's in the reverse. So it's like, I feel like I'm wasting some of my time right this moment. Somebody could feel like they're wasting some of the best years of their life. I keep hearing the best years of my life. And here's complacency. And she's growing old. You can see she's gray. The winter of her life. It's like there is a real concern that they're trying not to focus upon. They're trying not to focus upon that concern that this could take a really long time. They don't want to focus on that. There's an acknowledgement of it, but they do not want to focus on it. How does this person currently feel for pile number 1, please? We have Ganesha. Clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. And, you know, they recognize that there are obstacles here. They recognize that there's emotional unfulfillment, perhaps, in your experience and their experience. They recognize that the two of you could find that together. But they also recognize that the obstacles are in place, they're practical in nature, and they'll take time to navigate around. So this person's very practical, perhaps, in nature. Maybe they're an earth sign in some way. We have, healing. Reconnecting with your true nature. Back of the deck says eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. I feel like you really represent a time in this person's life when they felt like they were more themselves than ever before. Sometimes we get lost in our roles and we sort of forget who the person we were or we were meant to be is, because we put that on a side burner and we let ourselves kind of fall to the wayside for other responsibilities. But you represent this time, this period of time of freedom, of excitement, of adventure for this person. And they'll always hold you in that special place. It's kind of like the 6 of Cups energy. Let's get a couple of cards here. What is this person thinking about? Pile 1 right this moment. What are their thoughts from this masculine love oracle? I feel stuck right this moment. I feel stuck and unable to act towards you the way that I hoped to. You drive me crazy. Coming up over the Knight of Wands, and it does feel kind of like a sexual frenzy, if I'm honest. It feels kind of intense under the surface, wanting to be explored. It's like a pressure. You are my soulmate. That could be one of the epiphanies that they've had, that they are desperate to share with you. And the longing eats away at me. The current thoughts of you right this moment. I replay everything that happened in my mind. And the back of the deck says, I'm coming forward with an offer. And it doesn't feel like it's over, pile 1. It just doesn't feel that way. It just feels, I don't know, it feels more restless than that. And there's an expectation here of more. Their current thoughts right this moment. What is pile 1's person thinking about them right this second? I'm open to compromise. I sometimes see the 2 of Pentacles in that. I see somebody juggling a lot of responsibilities. I also see, you know, 2 of Cups energy, which is soulmate, the desire for a relationship with you. Listen to your heart. And I feel like that's the requirement here. If we listen to our heart, there could be consequences to that. Just like everything, good or bad, it always has a consequence. If we listen to our heart, there could be consequences to that for someone in this connection. Please give me time. I've never felt like this before. Recognizing you may need time, but also needing time themselves. Because again, they could be accusing you of situations, of scenarios that you're living out that they themselves are guilty of. I am coming, trust. And the situation is calling us to have faith because we have so much of a patience required of us. But the 7 of Pentacles, with her cheery disposition while she's tending this garden so lovingly, is a beautiful message to us about how to attack weights. We're always waiting for something better to come along, waiting for faster internet, waiting for all of these things, but we're living right this moment. So the expectation should be that we're just embracing it. You are my everything. And you have so many choices and options. So the person watching, you could be the one with all of the options here, and they're sort of waiting for you, waiting for you to open up a way towards this connection. get some little message cards here. What are their current thoughts right this moment for pile number 1, please? I have been deceitful in how I feel. I'm scared of your temper also fell out. I just saw soulmates too. Addictions come in many forms and you are mine. We could have it all together. It's like you are my everything. We had the 10 of Cups over here, which showcases that somebody could already sort of have it, quote unquote, all with someone else. But it's like maybe there's not emotional fulfillment there. I can't keep doing this. I'm tired. The attempt to maintain optimism is a task in itself. Do you ever think about us? And also, it feels impossible, but I can't give up completely. I just saw I want to move into a beautiful future with you. We have I'm curious about you. Back of the deck says, this just doesn't feel right. Let's get you a romance oracle card, please, Spirit. What is this person thinking and feeling right this moment for pile number 1, please? We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and they're worth exploring. And we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from other people. Back of the deck is the attraction card. And this could have started out as a friendship that we wanted to sort of move into more. And I feel like there was a lot of lost opportunity here. But there's still so much curiosity. There's still so much that this could have evolved to. And so many unanswered questions that there's almost like, but there's also such a strong connection spiritually. So there's almost this expectation that we're going to get a chance to find out, or the doorway may open up for us. But just like the doorways of the past that opened up in this connection, we have to walk through them. We have to have the freedom to walk through them. We have to have the courage to walk through them as well. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 1. Charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. The future of this connection in the bowl. Let's see, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, we've got a couple here. We'll toss those back in. We have 4 anyway for you today. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Swords. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And we have the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune are not exactly upright. They're just sort of in the bowl on their sides here. Now, the 4 of Swords reverse is a restlessness. It's like we're ready to take action. We're ready to sort of come back and return to the world, return to you in some type of way. They're fighting the urge to give up because they're wrestling with this urge to give up with this intense connection that they feel to you. There's a sense of destiny about the Wheel of Fortune. And it's like this expectation or a hope coming in of sudden turn of events in our favor if we are to sort of keep the faith. And so they don't want to give up that hope altogether, and they're just kind of plodding along. It feels like they're just, sort of working towards their goals. They're plodding right along with their expectations, with their responsibilities, while they're waiting for everything to work itself out, because they have this expectation that more is coming. And they are fighting hopelessness because they are restless. Oops, it won't stay up. In the charm bowl today, we have the letter F, the letter L, the letter T. We have also here a constellation, so written in the stars. We have cool, somebody who's acting confident when they don't feel it. I do feel like there's a connection to youth or to childhood in some ways, schooling perhaps. We have the little fawn. Also, there could be children in this connection in some type of way, weaved into the connection in some way as well. We have the mermaid, which is a siren who lures us to our detriment sometimes, so somebody could be attached. We have the lightning bolt. Epiphanies coming in about the connection, sudden changes and turns of events in the future potentially as well. She believed she could, so she did. A starfish as well, and a palm tree. And we also have Jesus on the cross. So somebody who feels like they are sacrificing themselves for other people's happiness at this time within the connection. All right, that is what I have for you, group 1. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear your story in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel as well and become a part of this beautiful family. And drop your comment below and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Congratulations to Lisa, this month's winner. I also have an opportunity to win a free mini read on Instagram, so check out that link. And I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and the link for that is below as well. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a very beautiful day. Take care. Hello everyone. In group number 2, you were drawn to the green malachite, or to the Edgar Allan Poe tarot, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, what are they thinking and feeling for you right this moment? It's a check-in with them, their current thoughts of you right this second. Pile number 2. How are they currently thinking and feeling? For pile number 2, please. We have here the 10 of Wands here. The 10 of Wands is about a lot of burdens on the shoulders, and how they feel like they're drowning in them. And the burden could be this connection, could be the weight that they carry it, or the weight that it carries upon their shoulder. And it feels like it's going to overcome them sometimes. But there's also this dedication. It's like I have no intention of coming off of this plank, but it might devour me in some type of way. We have the 4 of Pentacles. How are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number 2, please? We have the Temperance card. So you may be in no contact with this person for quite a while, because it's like they've had to wait a long time. They've had this weight on their shoulders for a long time, but they've also don't have an end in sight. It doesn't feel like they have an end in sight. And it feels like they're trying to sort of make the best out of the situation that they have right this moment. They're very much intimidated by you. And I don't feel like they have the freedom to kind of act towards you in some way. And they may be waiting for you to speak up. If you are the Divine Feminine, or if you resonate with that energy, that they may be waiting for you to be assertive and decisive and make yourself known here. We have the Justice. Now, what's interesting about this particular Justice, you can see she doesn't look very happy. She's got these 2 men that looked a little suspicious, like they're planning something for her or something. It's like somebody feels like they're stuck in a position that they're not really happy about within this connection. This can be you, this can be your person. We have the 10 of Swords, and I will say that this person on your mind right now is kind of feeling kind of hopeless about the situation. It's not a reflection necessarily of the state of the union, but it's definitely an emotional response that they're having towards the loss or the separation right now. They are very possessive when it comes to you even. They have a real sense of possession when it comes to you. And it doesn't feel fair. The way that things are, whatever the scenario is, it doesn't feel fair. Can we clarify the 10 of Wands? And that's what maybe this person is kind of projecting to me. It's like this sense of, I don't want to say victim mentality, because sometimes things really aren't fair. But we have here the Page of Pentacles. We have the World. We have the 9 of Pentacles. The current thoughts and feelings of you. They're really projecting the Divine Feminine here as being the one who has the upper hand in life in general. Like you have the upper hand in life, just in your position, your abundance, your attractability even. They've definitely put you on a different level than they are on. And we have the 2 of Cups. And what's intriguing, here's the Magician and the Death card. They really want to speak with you. That's the other thing coming through, is they really want to, honestly, it feels like they want to share some of this burden, because they don't think they do. They think that they carry it all themselves, and it's not a burden upon your shoulders. They really wish for new beginnings here, but I feel like the reality, there's the devil. I feel like the reality, quote unquote, of the situation for them has hit them hard, thrusting them into that sense of being burdened, to that 10 of Swords mentality. Even the devil's the insecurity that's sort of wanting the relief. It's like wanting the relief from the burdens through a shift and a change. But there's almost, with this skull, I'm just getting this sense of like, I'm being realistic about my expectations, but their realism is actually pessimism at this very moment in time. Energy shifts and changes. It doesn't stay constant. It doesn't stay in its lane. So this energy may not last forever, but right this moment they are feeling like they have to wait a long time, and that they're waiting because of your position here. The Queen of Swords is on top. The Five of Pentacles is next to this Nine of Pentacles, and it's like you're in a good position. They're waiting for you. And they do feel like you could be wearing masks within your position too. They feel like the both of you are not being true to yourselves. And that's why they feel like it's so unfair, because some of these, you know, revelations that they perhaps have had, they definitely have a possession over you. And there's a real need to clarify things and have closure. But it feels really unfair, because some of the epiphanies that have come in for them is the realization of the weight that this connection carries in their experience and carries in your experience. It feels like it's meant to be, is what they're saying. It feels like it's meant to be, and that's what they really wish that they could manifest or say to you. They wish they had, you know, the ability to step away from their insecurities or whatever holds the two of you back from the rebirth that they want. Because here's the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. It's like I'm juggling. Somebody in this connection is juggling responsibilities, or juggling people, juggling their responsibilities with their desire for you. And someone has to walk away from something that isn't fulfilling in order to come towards this connection. But there's insecurity even along that path. Like there's a lot that could be sacrificed. There's a lot to be, there's a lot to lose, I feel like, for someone in this connection. What is your person currently thinking and feeling of you, Pile 2? You have here the Doll. You may have known this person in childhood, and I feel like they've been carrying this burden for you, this flame for you, for a really long time too. And it's like they can't release it because there's so much electricity between the two of you, and they feel like you are the yin to their yang, and vice versa. Full stop. They think that because of the electricity that they felt from you in the past, and they have continued to feel for you despite the disconnect, that for them is evidence enough of the purpose of this connection and the fatedness of this connection too. We have the Moon on the back of the deck with very strong Scorpio energy. Now the Moon is talking about everything that they're suppressing. And they could be suppressing them because of the fears and the insecurities that they hold, with this Devil showcasing itself under the Death card. It's what's stopping this rebirth from happening. And the Moon is also a call to reflect. It's a call to reflect amidst this patience, a call to reflect so we don't get lost in that state of despair, or we don't get pulled underwater by all the weight of this connection that we carry around with us. Their current thoughts and feelings of pile number 2, please. How are they currently thinking and feeling? They have Wisdom. They feel like they have evolved and grown in their understanding of this connection, but also in general. And they feel like the two of you need to relearn, reacquaint yourselves with each other. You also have complacency. Back of the deck is the impartiality. I always think about the Justice. I also think about the Temperance card with this as well, because of the balance required. And here's the Temperance, and there's patience as well that this person expects. But I feel like the patience that they expect has almost sort of transmuted into that state of despair. It's like they can't imagine the state of this connection shifting. But that's a mindset that isn't based in clarity. It's based in this fear. It's based in the insecurity that they're carrying along with this hope for revelations, hope for new beginnings. It says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. What is this person's current thoughts and feelings of you? And that's, oh, we got a bunch coming out here. That's the reality and the grief that's coming in with this skull on top of this death card. I don't know if they consider you an ex. I don't feel like for everyone watching this is an ex. It feels like someone who never evolved to that state. But there's something that somebody feels like they need to release, whether they feel like they need to release you, whether they feel like you need to release someone. There's definitely a release that is required. And in the very base of all things, they're like the very first card that came out was this, and this is extreme struggle. It's like I feel like I'm drowning, and if I continue in this state, I may drown. And so there's a need for us to release this feeling if we want to feel positive and take advantage of opportunities in the future. It's like we need to learn from these mistakes to move forward. Worth waiting for is on the back of this deck. We also have the reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And we also have wedding. The situation involves marriage. And that could be the justice and the union that someone in this connection may be a party to, which is causing, you know, the holdup, causing the insecurity as well. So take that as it resonates to your situation. What is this person currently thinking about pile number 2, please? What are their thoughts right now for pile 2 from the Honest Love Tarot deck? Overflow, fresh start of emotions, the Ace of Cups. It's like I really want new emotional starts, but it's like an overflow. It's like it hits me hard like a wave. And I think because it hits them hard, it thrusts them to a little bit of an emotional destitution here. We have, I would do anything for you. I walked away to find myself, the Eight of Cups. And I love you, I heart you. Now that Eight of Cups we saw earlier here as well with this energy of releasing something that isn't fulfilling us right now. Someone in this connection could be experiencing that. I can't see past my own fears. And I want to grow old with you. Now this is the Ten of Pentacles. It's coming up right over top of the marriage card. So there's could be a foundation or a family situation that is in place. Something, you know, seeded a long time ago that we have a lot of responsibility towards now. That could be the position here with this Eight of Pentacles or this Ten of Pentacles. There is also this desire to achieve this desire to manifest a relationship where the two of you can literally go from the opposite of what this is, the Five of Pentacles, which is loss, to a state of abundance and security. But someone in this connection is very stuck. The person on your mind can't see past their own fears. The Eight of Swords is a prison that we make based on our fears. Instead of using all of those swords for clarity, we use it to blind ourselves with our own insecurities, which doesn't help this person's mindset from shifting. We have here, I'm afraid of where this path leads. And it's interesting that we're sort of dealing with the Raven here, the Raven on the Magician card. And this is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, because I was reading the Raven the other day, yesterday. And it's just, at the end of that poem, it says, the raven never flitting, still is sitting, still is sitting. It's like nothing changes. It just drives the man wild. It just drives him crazy. And it's like this person can't see past their own fears. They're driving themselves crazy because they want to speak up so much. They want to speak out to you that it drives them crazy a little bit. It's like my feelings for you have never flitted. They've never gone anywhere. Emerging idea, passion, creativity, and initiation. The King of Cups is a very emotional king. This person could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but more importantly, it's about the energy that he carries with him, which is so much love, so much abundance. They feel like they have to love you all in their mind, and that's a struggle for them because they feel like it's not fair. I was meant for you. What's going on? This is not fair. That our entire experience has to be inside the mind like this. In some cases, it almost feels like they're doing it out of respect, though, to be honest. Let's get a few more of these message cards. What is pile 2's person currently thinking? What are their thoughts right this moment for pile number 2? The only thing that makes me happy is you. Oops. I'm trying to choose. Could be trying to choose between you and another person, you and their own ego, their fears. I can't help myself. I need closure. Because I'm looking for clarity. It's like I can't let go because I need closure. I need clarity. I think I have an idea, emerging idea, but it's not the main energy coming out. It's like I think I have an idea, but I'm afraid of where this path leads. It's like I might keep it in the idea realm. This isn't right. We both know it. It doesn't feel fair. Things don't feel fair in this connection because I want it to be you and me at the end of the day. And that's what feels fair. That's what feels right. We don't always get what we want. And that's the sadness, the insecurity. Then we have the optimism flowing back in. Somehow I'm going to make this happen. Back of the deck says, I feel great except when I don't. And I feel like this person's energy, I feel like their mood when it comes to you flip-flops a lot. I feel like they're up and down a little bit when it comes to the two of you. Let's get a charm bowl for you. Pile number 2. A charm bowl, please. For pile number 2, what is their person thinking and feeling right this moment as they watch this video? The 7 of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles reversed. We also have the 8 of Wands reversed. Now there's been delays and setbacks and frustrating setbacks that have really fed into the impatience that this person's feeling because they have a lot of emotionally invested in you. They know what they want. They know what they want, period. But there's something in the present energy that might even need to be uprooted. See all these looks like, I don't know if they're beans or melons or what they are, but there may be something very deeply in place that needs to be literally pulled from the ground and uprooted in order to create the momentum that we require here. And there's just not time for that right now, or it's not the time right this moment. So there is delays and frustrations in store. And sometimes these frustrations really feed back into this King of Cups' emotional state, because waves of emotion can sometimes overwhelm. We have the Chain, Capricorn energy with the Devil. And I had the Devil here as well, which is, you know, talking about somebody who feels restricted, somebody who feels addicted, somebody who feels like they are obsessed a little bit with you perhaps as well. We have the Owl, looking at things from a higher perspective. We have the Rocking Horse. I think of children, of course, but I think about like the Chariot energy. Children could be a factor when making decisions about this connection in some way. We have the letter T. We have a big wrench in our plans. We have the Leaf of Change. We also have the Skull and Crossbones, which is sort of like the Devil energy. It's like addiction, it's like obsession, reality that sets in and kind of steals some of our clarity. We have Leo energy and claiming our independence with the kitty cat. We also have the Heart with a key, because somebody's holding this connection. It feels like somebody watching is actually keeping this connection a secret. We also have India. I think about India with the elephant, and I think about good luck and endurance as well. All right, group number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. And if it did, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, hit your like button, drop me a comment below, because I offer a chance to win a free reading to my subscribers on a monthly basis. I also offer a chance to win a free mini read on a monthly basis on Instagram, so you can check out me on Instagram. I'll be making a post about that shortly. And I offer private readings through my Etsy shop. That link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a very beautiful day. Take care. Hello everybody. In group number 3, you were drawn to the Carnelian Palm or to the Wonderland and Tarot deck, and this is your reading. A check-in with the person on your mind. What are their current thoughts and feelings of you? What are they currently thinking, feeling when it comes to you and this connection? We're going to start with tarot. We'll do a couple of oracle. We'll pull some message cards, of course, and then we will do a charm bowl at the end, as always. So let's start with your tarot. How's this person currently thinking and feeling about you right this moment? current thoughts and feelings of you right this moment. We have here the moon. So this person could be a Scorpio, but more importantly, it's about suppression. It's about separation. It's about the reflection that they've done since perhaps the separation. You can even see in the constellation in the moon, it's like two wolves howling at the moon. It's like howling at my insecurities, raging against them because it's like what caused the separation potentially here. What are their current thoughts and feelings of pile 3, please? Their current thoughts and feelings, pile number 3. We have here the Hierophant. There's this Hierophant features the Cheshire Cat, and I'm always drawn in by a Cheshire Cat smile. So there could be something very enigmatic about you, your smile. Perhaps this person has a really enigmatic smile, but there's just something alluring about it and almost irresistible. A little confusing. It can throw us off balance here. So if it's you with the Cheshire Cat smile, they're thinking about that and how it throws them off balance. It throws them off balance and it sets them off course when they should be on course in their current position, if that makes sense. It's like this Hierophant represents our institutions, our roles that we play, our ascension, and it can represent even institutions like marriage and education and government like that. So there could be marriages involved in this connection in some way. So please take that as it resonates to your situation. But it's like your smile, something about you, throws them completely off balance, makes them want to completely change direction when it comes to their life and their plan for themselves. We have here the King of Swords. This person is really placing themselves at in a position of authority over something. And this, this something can hold a lot of weight or a lot of different faces for many different scenarios. It could be a family situation, a work situation, whatever the case may be, but this person puts themselves in charge. They like to maintain this position of control, perhaps. It's not that they're unaware of the potential of what could have been here. They're completely aware, in fact, to the point of 100% clarity of where they went wrong in this connection. Completely aware. They still acknowledge the potential here, but now I feel like they have to carry that knowledge with them because of the foundations they've placed for themselves. It's like they think logically, except when it comes to you. It's like when it comes to you, you have the capacity, the strength to throw them off balance. We have the Six of Wands. This person is really thinking about how they act so confident and they pretend like they're so happy, and everything on the outside makes them look like they have it all. They probably look like they have it all. In fact, I'm getting a lot of I don't know if this person runs their own business or if they're just in charge. They feel like they are running the show, especially at work. I feel like they could be running their own business or something. So people look at them like they're a success. People look up to them in a way. And you can even see here this chess piece. It's like I'm playing a game. I'm playing a game because emotionally I'm not in that. I'm not there. Emotionally I'm over here. I'm insecure and I'm playing a game. But especially when it comes to this connection, I feel like they're playing a role. They act way more confident than they actually are. And we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, especially this little deer mouse or this little sleeping mouse in the pot. It's like a long period of time of rest. It's like they've had time to think about you, and I feel like they think about you a lot when they are resting or they're sleeping. I think you enter into the dream state quite a bit. It's talking about the possession that they feel, not just to you though. It's like it does feel kind of like they want their cake and eat it too, because we have this cookie with a bite out of it, with this pentacle symbol on it, which is really showcasing their position perhaps, and not wanting to step outside of that position, not wanting to rock the boat of this foundation that they have built up, but also wanting to taste the sweetness of life. And that's what I'm hearing about it. It's like wanting to taste the sweetness of life, and you might be that sweetness. You are this thing that lures them away from all these practicalities here. You still ignite a flame in them. You still ignite a curiosity in them that they wish that they could explore. A lot has changed for them though, I feel like, since the last time you and they were interacted or were part of each other's lives. But you still represent more to them. Queen of Wands. They're suppressing their attraction to you too. And I don't know if they're lying to just themselves or to other people about it, but they're suppressing their attraction to you. And the truth is that they don't like to admit this because they like to be in control, but they are intimidated by you. And I feel like they have experienced maybe even a temper in you a little bit in the past, and they're intimidated by that, but it's also intriguing to them. Because they're not, I feel like they're not as emotionally stirrable as you are. But there's the King of Wands. But you bring out a side in them that they do try to suppress within their position. You bring out a side in them that feels exciting, feels like there's so much potential in what could be. There's the Page of Wands. And there's also a very important connection between the King and Queen of Wands sitting side by side here. And this sense inside of them, they wonder, like, what could have been if we had partnered up? It's like the power behind the two of us. It's like they already feel like they're a powerful force. What would have happened if we had fed our curiosity here, if we had taken this adventure, taken this adventure together and went down that road? What could we have accomplished? What could have happened? The Devil. If I hadn't let my insecurities or my logic kick in, because I don't know if there's just like a real discrepancy between the two of you, if there's like cultural differences potentially, but there's like, it's like two ends of the spectrum. It's like you guys are complete opposites, and that could have fed into your insecurity in the past, or their insecurity in the past as well, because they're really thinking, you know, I wish I had not given into this insecurity, and I wish I just leapt. You can see the rabbit here, its ears are tied up. You can see this rabbit. It's like wishing I had leapt, so I wouldn't get stuck in this forever unbirthday situation here at the Mad Hatter's house. Putting on a show of appearances, that big tall hat, putting on a show of appearances. We have the Sun. Back of the deck is the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. Now, it's often said that the Page of Swords is a watcher, and that's, you know, no exception here. I feel like this person could be a watcher. I feel like they think that they're late with all these epiphanies too, because this is the White Rabbit, and he's late for a very important date. It feels like too that this entire relationship could have sprung up in school, in some sort of connection to school. So take that as it resonates as well to your situation, because they're saying that nothing's really changed for me as far as the restlessness. There's a youthful vitality to the Five of Wands. It's sort of like youthful energy and youthful types of insecurities that are represented for me here. Jealousy, competition, fears, insecurities. Am I good enough? Am I attractive enough? These are the hurdles we have to overcome in order to fulfill our curiosities and branch into new beginnings with people. And they're still in the same place as they were way back then, even though they've evolved, even though on the outside everything looks amazing for them. And they are very proud of what they've built too. But they wonder what they've sacrificed to take that road when it comes to you. And there's a lot of that feeling of like, what did I sacrifice? Where could this have headed? Could it have headed to my sunshine? Instead of just heading to a state of like, yeah, I this is mine, I built it, it's mine, I own it. It's like a sense of ownership or possession, hoarder mentality. And that's always fear-based. But there's a real curiosity of like, I feel like I could, if I had followed this pathway, it would have led me to so much more than I could have expected. We have Release coming out. And the Release card is encouraging us always to release the past, because it doesn't hold any weight for us anymore except to keep us stagnant. We're supposed to take what we've learned and move forward with it. And I think that I don't know that it doesn't feel like this person necessarily wants to release it, but it does feel like their practicality or their logic would tell them that they shouldn't hold on to these curiosities, that it serves them no purpose. I think that it's going to be a really difficult time for them to do that, or a hard thing for them to do. We have Vanity here. Back of the deck is the Facade. And with the Six of Wands, it's not always about wearing a mask, but sometimes it really is about wearing a mask. And this person is, you know, kind of pretending, playing a part right now, playing a role in life. But this connection and the potential has become a part of that experience, has become a part of their self-awareness, has become a part of them, whether they liked it or not. We have the vanity here, and I feel like that is really one of the obstacles that they were trying to overcome in the past. And that could be an obstacle right now that stops them from feeding this curiosity and succumbing to the desire and seeking victory with you, is that they're worried about other people's opinions. They're worried about their reputation perhaps taking some type of hit, so they're maintaining this watcher position in your life at this moment. What are their current thoughts and feelings of pile number 3, please? We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And they are like, their attraction to you is palpable. Like it's almost scary to them. Because I feel like they like to exercise control on things, or authority over things in the very least. They exercise their voice over things. But when it comes to you, it's like that's one thing that they couldn't. It makes them feel wobbly or unbalanced. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. They expect more of a separation, if there is one right now. And we have the situation is calling for you to have faith. I don't feel like even that they have expectations of more. I know they feel like there's unfinished business. There's things that they wish they could have done different. But I feel like there's expectation of more. Like, I feel like there's more to this story. Yeah, I just feel like like there is. Not this person doesn't think that way, but that's what I think. For current thoughts and feelings, please, for pile number 3. We have here the toad. It's like the toad talks about grotesque humor, and it's sort of a card that speaks to me like about realizations that come in too little, too late, and it's kind of like an irony that makes us chortle, or not in a happy way, but in a negative type of way. We have the story. Whoa, sorry for the wobble. And we have the eye, and I feel like there's a huge connection here with the Page of Swords, with this eye card, the story. See the skull here? It's really connected to this release card, because I feel like they're trying to, logic, because we have this King of Swords, is telling them to navigate themselves through the stages of grief in order to release themselves from the burdens that they carry with this connection, the desire, the want. The ghosts of the past are haunting them. And those ghosts contain all of the insecurities that they still haven't grappled with yet. They haven't overcome those obstacles. And so that's why those ghosts are still haunting them, because you and your connection sort of force them to look at their own insecurities. It highlights them, and that makes them uncomfortable. And what do we do when we're uncomfortable? We usually push those feelings aside and deflect to something we are comfortable in. The rabbit, and there's a rabbit theme here of leaping into new beginnings. Leaping into opportunities if they ever presented themselves, and wishing that they had leapt in the past and been more bold when it comes to you. So it's the stories we tell. Let's get some message cards. What is this person currently thinking right this second about pile number 3, please? What are they thinking right this moment? What are their current thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile number 3? I've been dreaming about you. And I feel like this dormouse is all sleeping. I feel like that's where they lose control of the situation, is in their dreams. They can't maintain that authority. And that's where they telepathically communicate with you. So you may have been experiencing dreams as well. So if you have, I'd love to hear about that. That's interesting to me. I'm trying to like research more about this correlation between people and dreams. We have, I've been hurt by love before. And this twin flame stuff sometimes scares me. And they're a really logical person. They could be like a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Libra, even potentially. It's just they're so logical. It's like they can't wrap their heads around the spiritual connection. It scares them. Even though deep down it's happening in their dreams, they know, because that's the evidence in the dreams, that this is being spiritually guided. It's like they are a little bit closed off to the idea. I don't like communicating with you as much as I want to. I miss being intimate with you. Now, they may have experienced that with you, or they may not have, because we have that Page of Swords, we have the Page of Wands, about the curiosity. Maybe they did get an opportunity, but for some of you, I feel like they did not. I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't you, it was me. I feel like that's where some of that intimidation comes from too, because this Queen of Wands doesn't like to be kept waiting. So it's this recognition, this person's aware enough to acknowledge to themselves that their inaction didn't just affect them in this situation. It also affected you. It had a toll that it took on you, and you may be sort of feeling kind of frustrated because of that. That it maybe they didn't want you to internalize their lack of action. They don't want you to internalize that. So they're very aware of themselves. They're a very intelligent person. I've been doing spell work on you. It was in the reverse. Again, I think they have a hard time. No, that card's definitely not for everyone. This is about manifesting somebody, trying to manifest, and it's in the reverse. I feel like they are manifesting you and they don't even realize it. That's why I feel like it's not over for someone watching, because this was in the reverse for a reason, I feel. And it's because they don't realize that they are actually actively manifesting you, and the evidence of that is coming through the dreams. It says, I'm done running from this connection, is on the back of the deck. Let's get a couple little message cards here. What are their current thoughts and feelings for pile 3 right this moment, please? We have the clarity has been a blessing and it's been a curse, because it's made them realize that they haven't moved forward emotionally when it comes to you, and they feel like that's a big failure for them, because they feel like they've accomplished a lot. It's like they've made moves in life. So why is this the one situation that they can't make moves from? It makes them feel weak. I'm scared. The chaos that this creates is too scary to act upon. Nothing actually brings me peace. And you're all grown up now. You've changed, you've grown, you've evolved from the time they knew you. Again, there could be a school connection here, or work connection. I have a family is showing itself. That's not for everyone, but that could be for someone. You are a secret I keep, so that definitely could be for somebody. Do you ever think about us? And I feel like that card has been showcasing itself quite a bit recently. I'm just trying to arrange my deck because it's in a huge mess here. Hold on. Back of the deck says, I will never stop hoping for us. Let's get a charm bowl for you. Pile number 3. A charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Their current thoughts and feelings from their person on their mind right now. As we speak, what is this person currently thinking right this second? The Chariot. Ooh, thinking about their past mistakes, their past decisions. And there's the 10 of Cups and how much it has cost them dearly when it comes to emotional abundance. It's like I wasn't prepared to leap towards that Queen of Wands. There's a very strong fire element here. So you could be a fire sign. This person could be. Maybe the two of you could be fire signs. Again, it's not for everyone, but there's a very strong fire element. And it's mostly about the attraction too. You know, the attraction and the lure that they feel towards you. But I feel like it's like emotionally they knew what they wanted, but practically they weren't ready to charge towards it. And they've paid dearly with what they feel like they've sacrificed. They have weakness is a choice. Ooh, weakness is a choice here. We have the key. Again, there are secrets. You are a secret I keep. Wanting transformation. The letter C. Or maybe that's a G. I think it's a letter C. We also have J, CJ, or JC. We have here the whale, expressing ourselves, or else we are going to burst. We also have 2 keys here, and one is a black key. So it's like maybe 2 people are stuck here in a state where they can't act or can't move forward. This one, the black heart key, is the one that's really concerning me, because that showcases if somebody feels hopeless, that becomes true. It's like we feel hopeless in our prison. That means we're going to stay in that prison. We have going with the flow. We have the dolphin, and the dolphin is a symbol of happiness, joy, someone with a great laugh potentially too. If you have that great smile with the Cheshire Cat, you could have a great laugh to go along with it. But it also reminds us to be grateful, to stay focused on the present energy in order to detach ourselves from these perceived prisons. We have a mermaid, which is a siren who lures us to our detriment sometimes. So somebody could be in a connection or in a family unit that would be a risk or run the risk of being thrown off balance if they were to kind of act upon their feelings. All right, group number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you, and if it did, I would love to hear your story in the comments section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and join our beautiful family here that we're growing. And if you do, be sure to drop your comment below and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can check out Instagram for a chance to win a free mini read as well. I'm going to be posting about that here shortly. But I also offer I also offer private readings through Etsy, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here to the Tarot Cottage for another reading, for another day, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.